Glorious start to our second last day in Lofoten. It is absolutely spectacular this morning. I think you can see for yourself that you see our guys spread out down on the beach there. It is something else again this morning. As I say, we're getting really blessed with the weather. It's quite extraordinary. I think Rod's been coming here for 7 or 8 years, and this is by far and away the best winter he's ever had. We didn't get any lights last night, but I'm just trying to show you this entire valley. So we drive down through here into Hawkland Beach, where we are now. Beautiful peaks up there about to light up. Get a graveyard and this incredible little church just sitting here right in the valley. And I think as a photographer, there's very few places that offer what Lofoten offers. We have a bit of everything. To be able to shoot beaches and mountains on the same morning at sunrise on this scale is something that you really can't get many places in the world. Combined with snow on it, coming down here again in the evening and getting to photograph the northern lights, on this beach with no wind, the conditions we've had, we've been so very lucky. But I think just to keep it a bit real, the reason I started doing these videos was to sort of give you a look into the everyday running in my life and what happens. And whilst, I was thinking last night, I'm struggling a lot with being away from home. I get a little bit homesick. Usually about a week in, I start to miss my family terribly. I start to worry about work and what's going on there, and I got 6 staff at home who I'm extremely lucky to have. People that I can trust like the ones I have. I know how lucky I am, but it doesn't mean when you're away you don't start looking at figures and worrying about what's going on. And on top of that, I've got to still think about securing the Aperture conference. I've still got to speak at a lockdown. I've still got sponsors to lock down, and all of that while you're away. And I think most photographers out there, they love this ideal that everything is a party and it's so much fun and all we do is cruise around and shoot beautiful landscapes. And I don't want to be one of those people. I think the reason I did this video is to be a bit more real. There is real struggles at home. As much as this is fantastic, and I'm not being an entitled little prick at all, this is absolutely beautiful, but it doesn't mean things don't happen at home that worry you. Or and I guess I just didn't want to be a fake ass that puts pretty pictures up all the time and doesn't actually talk about real struggles. And so in the interest of doing that, that's what I'm trying to get across now. Life is very good for me. I'm very fortunate and very lucky, but it doesn't matter who you are or where you are, you still have issues that can worry you at times. Doesn't mean I'm not enjoying myself with these fantastic bunch of people, by the way. They're incredible. I'm very lucky to have them as well. Every single one of them is an absolute joy to be around, and actually photographically I can learn a lot from them all too, which I think is part of being a photographer. I think a lot of them, well, I won't say a lot of them, some people think that they know everything and you can't learn off anyone, and I don't share that opinion. I think I can learn something off every single person that's on this trip, and so far I have, even little things. And if you're listening and you listen hard enough, and you can actually learn a lot. So all in all, look, the trip's been absolutely brilliant. Conditions have been brilliant. Food, accommodations, everything. It's been fantastic. But as I say, I don't want to be a fake person. This isn't me to get on here and be Mr. Happy all the time, because it's just not the reality of life sometimes. And I'm not going to be an Instagram, Facebook person that does that. So as much as I am having fun, there are real struggles, and it's still you still miss home. You still yearn for all the things that are familiar when you're away. And I just wanted to make sure everyone's aware of that. So I'll keep you posted with today. We're heading up to Solvar, which is a beautiful town. We've got 2 nights there before we head out. Then I'm back to Frankfurt and then Ljubljana for a couple of days before we start our Slovenian tour on the 14th next week. So yeah, still a bit to do, but enjoying myself immensely, but trying to keep it real a bit too. Cheers, I'll be in touch soon. Day, second last day really, and we've just haven't got very far today. I think we've only done about 40 k's up the road on the way to Svalbard. Just the conditions here just get better and better, and you never lose the afternoon light. So what you find is every single corner you go around is just better than the last one. So we were on our way. We thought we'd get to Svalbard, do a sunset, but we didn't make it. We found this spot on the side of the road, again, afternoon light, and if I show you, it is just absolutely glorious. This goes all the way around. I've got all of our groups sort of scattered around this little area here. There's some huts over the back there that you'll see in a second. So everyone's just sort of flung out all over the place here, but quite an incredible scene on the side of the main road between Leknes and Svalbard. But anyway, it is such an incredible way to finish today. As I say, it's 2:45 in the afternoon. Sunset's in about an hour, and this light has been here all day. Doesn't really change, so it is spectacular. Just another reason why you got to get to Lofoten. Anyway, we'll hopefully going out to do the lights tonight. If we can get lucky and get them, we'll be very happy again. The skies are, as you just saw, pretty clear, and the forecast is pretty good. So we're going to head out. We've got maybe some local help coming to see if we can find some really cool spots with some different compositions, trying to find things that maybe other people wouldn't look for. So hopefully it all works well and we get some fantastic aurora tonight. Conditions are all good, so should be some good pictures tomorrow, hopefully.